Alright guys, if you have welspace health, get rid of that shit like a bad habit, like fucking cocaine. If you're a dope fiend, like literally, like get rid of it, man. It ain't even worth anything. You can't even see a p.c.p, which is a primary care physician. Made my appointment back in October for January, and they have the audacity to call me to tell me to cancel my appointment and switch my appointment out because the doctor has a appointment, a medical meeting. It's the only primary care provider in the goddamn facility to begin with. So what's the sense of me staying with a primary and health provider that can't even provide a p.c.p, and that's because they're lacking in doctors, but yet they're taking that government money. This is what we mean about, cutting off useless miles and useless shit out of the United States. The United States is broke to begin with, and we fired it August 1st, 2022, and now we're seeing the repercussion of what's going on. Garbage services, and they're spending their money on garbage, which is the Democratic way and the Republican way, because they're both the same coin, heads or tails. You flip it, it's still the same shit. If you own this provider, if you have this provider, man, like literally drop it. Switch over to another healthcare provider, because they ain't doing anything for you besides just sucking up the money. That's all they want to do, is just suck up the money. So be smart about your health. Stop going to these backdoor health centers, because that's all they are, is a clinic. It ain't even a hospital, ain't even nothing to help you with. Their office or their times open up at 8, and by 6 o'clock, the niggas are shut down. So what's the sense of having that type of service as a healthcare service? You need something that's 24 hours and something that's available to you. And if you can't see your primary care provider, there's other providers out there that can see you. But when you're running into facilities that they only have one primary care, because when I was looking at the doctor, I only had one doctor. Everybody else was a learning LPN, which is a learning practitioner nurse. They don't even have the license to be a doctor yet. They're just a nurse, an upscaled nurse. And I know that because I was an LPN for Brightbrook Management. It's just you're close to being a doctor, but don't have the full capability of being a doctor. And that's just basically it. So, welspace, you get a 0. You've been fired. I'm not telling people to fire you too. There's no sense of having something that is useless. And I'm meaning useless. Mental health, useless. Physical health, useless. So all around package, useless. So cut them off, change your provider, and it's time to get rid of, these useless health scammers that are doing nothing but scamming people and sucking up government subsidies. And this is part of your human resource department that, is providing these kind of services. So if they're providing junk to you, just imagine what other junk they're giving you. Anyway, stand up for yourself, man, and don't let these motherfuckers play with you.